This is North Korea, what we let these NBA teams get away with. Of course, it's the same mistakes from the last game. James Harden can't guard Jalen Brunson. Now, when you have vegetable pickle pieces of shit coaching and an owner who's Kim Jong-un and never wants to change anything, so he never wins, this happens. The help can't come from the rim. Donovan Mitchell, you got to get your back to the baseline. And I'm going to stunt. My feet are going to be set. I'm going to recover. We're not giving up open threes, but that's where your gap help has to come. But you don't help until the rim. And Kim Jong-un, nothing changes. Kim Jong-un, this Cavaliers team is from North Korea because they don't care. You have these people's brains are so fried, the owner but doesn't care. And nothing changed. Stop paying for tickets. I beg you. The Cavs are doubling. This is James Harden's rotation up. And then Evan Mobley's going to come here and move Jared Allen to the corner. Look at this rotation out of this double team. Look at that. And we let everybody get away with it. We let Adam Silver, everyone. This shit ruins my life. I will go to my grave never understanding how these tumble fucks who belong in hell and an owner who doesn't care. Donovan Mitchell, why are you staring at the ball? See ball and man. So you get beat by Bridges. Now Evan Mobley, you know you have to switch this. This screen is set at the free throw line. There's no space to do anything other than switch. So why are you not right up here ready to guard? It just ruins my life. It's ruined every part of my life. It's so idiotic. But you have the front office is the biggest bunch of twat faces that belong in jail. If you're not the owner's kid or one of these vegetable weeds that should be in hell, immediately nothing changes. So James Harden, take a half step away from Karl Towns. Just a half step. Sam Merrill, when this pass gets made, should be sprinting down in the gaps and you'll have help. Instead, what is James Harden doing? You're gambling. Merrill's going to rotate down and get in the gaps. But if you gamble and get beat right away, but it doesn't matter. These ass-faced people in the front office. The North Korean Cavaliers. Either you're the owner's son or one of these Nimrod asswads that are in this Cavs organization. Or you have these vegetable plants who belong to burn in hell. This is a first-grade mistake, Max Strus. Just guard the ball. If a handoff happens, you will switch then. Max Strus is already anticipating a handoff. Miles McBride hasn't even come close to coming off the handoff. This is not NBA basketball. But when you have a dictator as owner, you have vegetable plants coaching the team, and a whole front office that is such a disaster that should all jump into the water. Donovan Mitchell, stay with Miles McBride. What are you doing? Why is Donovan Mitchell calling for a switch? There's no screen being set. Hey, Kim Jong, but nobody cares, and the same mistakes will happen next game and next year. No communication. This is what a poorly coached team looks like. But the owner, if you're not his son or you're not one of these vegetable these people belong in something worse than jail. Okay, so if you're Evan Mobley, clearly Josh Hart is about to set a flare screen. So we got to be calling out flare, flare, flare. So Max Strus knows to get low and battle for position because I got to get over the top of this screen. But Strus clearly doesn't know a flare screen's coming because as the flare screen's coming, he's backing up. So you end up going up the gut. Kim Jong-un owning. How in the world, again, it's just mistake. They could win this series. But Cavs Dan over here, Kim Jong, you don't want to change anything. And that whole front office, go far, just run away. Run away. You are awful. These are vegetables. Max Strus, just slide your feet. You're guarding Karl Towns. Max Strus, look at Max Strus, gambling. So you're going to get beat off the dribble by a 7-foot center. No idea how transition defense works. But at the North Korea and Charles Barkley, Shaq, no one will say anything. Nobody. And you got an owner who never wants to change. Dean Wade needs to be sprinting back. It doesn't matter about this. You need to get back and help. Look at Dean Wade looking at who to guard. You should be sprinting back, getting your back turned to the three-point line, so I'm in the gaps, but I'm also ready to guard. You're nowhere. That's not how transition defense works. But in North Korea, where nothing changes, of course it is. Look at these human pile of shit. Count the mistakes. North Korea. And where's Ernie Johnson and his stupid ass bow tie? The NBA is such a disaster. It's such a fraud. James Harden, no, I am guarding with Mikal Bridges in front of me so I can just chase over the top. Because that's exactly how you don't guard. You're not going to be able to get over this screen in time. So we can't ice the screen. We could still, though, hedge the screen. We could get up, push Bridges. Merrill can step up a little bit. There's nobody for Robinson's role. Nope. Let's look at this. Look at this garbage. $1 billion. There's the owner. Doesn't want to change anything. Vegetable plants. Just a layup line. And Shaq and Charles, North Korea, America. As a person who has maybe 1% belief in humanity, how many more awful transition defensive plays are we going to see before North Korean owner, vegetable front office, vegetable coaching staff, before there's changes? Dean Wade. Sprint back, buddy. You're jogging. Look at you're jogging and looking for who to guard. I'm just sprinting back. So now I'm not going to be in position to help. Jared Allen's there for help. So I can't just be getting back to the paint aimlessly. I've got to be out here. I can see ball and man, but I got to be ready to take on Anunoby trailing the play. Look at Dean Wade. You got back to the total middle of nowhere. So now you're not able to guard on Anunoby. But the North, please stop going to games. This is not NBA quality, but we live in North Korea. This is why this stuff happens. And Adam Silver doesn't say anything. Tim Legler, Richard Jefferson just laughs. So the Cavs are in their stupid drop coverage. First of all, Jared Allen's recovering. Evan Mobley should be in the corner. Jared Allen's recovering. Number 2, James Harden's got to stunt recover so that dribble doesn't get picked up. But why is Evan Mobley in the charge circle? Jared Allen's back. It's not NBA basketball. It's not. But the North Korean owner says we've been here before. This blows my mind. We are living in North Korea. Why? Look at Kim Jong-un, vegetable asswads, a front office that needs to just go to another country. Jared Allen is not a part of this screen. It's a cross screen. Look at this. This is the NBA. What in the world are these two Cavs players doing? What is happening? And does Charles Barkley want to say something? Shaq? Kim Jong-un, same mistakes happen. It's not NBA basketball. It's not, but you have a North Korean owner who won't listen to anyone. Did the same mistakes happen? And where do you find these people? Like insane asylums? And you got a front office who should be blown to the sky. Jared Allen, you got to get all the way up in this double. Because if Jalen Brunson's going to make a pass 2 passes away, that's got to be about as difficult a pass as possible. So that James Harden also has time to get up the line and rotate. And then Mobley would rotate and you rotate here. But Jared Allen's not doubling. He's just standing in the general. So Brunson can easily fire this pass 2 passes away. North Korea. Nobody wants to listen. It's North Korea. More first-grade mistakes, but the North Korean owner doesn't care. You got vegetables coaching this team. Dean Wade, just guard the ball, please. If Brunson comes off the screen, you'll guard it then. Look at Dean Wade leaning towards the screen early. Pull up in your face. Doesn't matter, though. Kim Jong-un. This league is gross. This is no coaching. But again, nobody gets held accountable. Like the front office, everybody should just be blown out. Evan Mobley, get back. Dean, you cannot, look at this. Look at this idiocy. 5 Cavs players below the free throw line. So guess what happens next? It's unbelievable. But you have Kim Jong, nope, if you're his kids who'll listen to you. This is what no organization, having vegetables as coaches, Kim Jong-un, the whole front office is North Korea. unless you're one of the owner's kids. James Harden comes in the gaps here. Could Dean Wade be told that? So he's up guarding the ball, just showing his hands, making sure Brunson goes right into this help right here. You're not telling Dean Wade. So he's overplaying the side of the floor where his help is and getting spun off. Finally, there is help for James Harden on Jalen Brunson. But again, it's not even close to good. Donovan Mitchell, there's nothing to worry about here. Jared Allen's going to rotate here if a pass gets made. You have got to sprint into this area here and get in help. You're just stop, sprint and get it. What are you waiting on? Get here and help. If a skip gets made, Jared Allen would come here and you'd come back down. But you're not being even sort of aggressive enough on that help. But, we've been here before, Cavs, Dan. Obviously, the exact same mistake from the first half is going to happen, Kim Jong-un Gilbert. You got a North Korean owner, a front office, it's just who can be the most brain dead. Seriously. And a coaching staff made of vegetables with the IQ of a broccoli. Jared Allen you have to get really aggressive here in doubling. Sam Merrill should be up the line a little bit because he's going to have to rotate. But you got to make this pass 2 passes away as difficult as possible. So we're up in his face. Jared Allen's not doubling. He's just standing in the area. Could this pass be easier to make? But, North Korea, we have Kim Jong-un. And where's Charles Barkley? You didn't say anything. Nope, golf. This is the most disgusting play of the night, out of a baseline, out of bounds. This Cavaliers, it's a retard asylum. And you got Dan Gilbert's a fucking moron. I don't care he's got billions of dollars. You allow this year after year and don't want to change. You're Kim Jong-un. Why? Sam Merrill, guard the top of the key. Jared Allen, guard the paint and Bridges. Why are you double? Look at this. This could be Jimmy Fallon shooting. If only everybody in the world would watch this and realize the fraud we deal with in the NBA and North Korean owners that don't change anything and never win ever. Sam Merrill, stay with Mikal Bridges. Now, the problem, though, is Evan Mobley. Get out of the paint. Get in a defensive stance with your feet set so I can recover. What is Sam Merrill doing? So, first of all, you let Mikal Bridges screen Evan Mobley, and Evan Mobley's never in a defensive stance. Look at his feet right here. Not in a defensive stance. Look where his feet are going. His feet are going here as this ball is literally in midair there. So, yeah. But, North Korea, Charles Barkley won't say anything. Where do you even begin? But it's nothing will change. Max Strus needs to get low and battle for position now. Now. You just instantly fronting the post means that Towns gets to hang out in the charge circle. So he's catching this too deep. But if Evan Mobley's doubling, it's got to be this a mismatch. You've got to fly down and double. And then Donovan Mitchell will rotate over here. Evan Mobley just takes about 3 hours to go double, so that's cool. What is Max Strus doing? Do you work on switching screens? Again, this is not NBA quality basketball. And you got Tim Legler, you got these feckless, brain-dead idiots. Shaq, Charles Barkley, Carmelo, North Korean Gilbert. Could Max Strus please be level to McBride on the screen and just ready to guard? You're not ready to guard. This is like a birthday party. But, Kim Jong-un won't change anything. How do people watch this and think that this is NBA caliber? How can I guess I'm not the owner's kid, so nothing will ever get fixed. This North Korean Cavaliers team. You're trapping Jalen Brunson. Okay, Donovan Mitchell was the original person guarding him. So it's when Jalen Brunson makes a pass here, stop. It's Max Strus who rotates. Donovan Mitchell's still on Jalen Brunson. You got look at this dumb ass. Now you're not ready to guard. But again, and the front office just sits there. You got North Korean owner, his kids, the only people to listen to. This is a fraud unlike any other. This is the worst trap I've ever seen. I'm not joking. You're coming to trap. But again, where's Kim Jong-un, the owner? Even if you watch this, it wouldn't matter. You keep the same people. Nothing ever changes. You're coming to trap. So Strus has to get up here. Evan Mobley will be about halfway between both Knicks, 2 passes away. What is the point of trapping when it's this easy to pass out of and the Knicks... Where's Kim Jong-Gilbert? The team doesn't know how to trap. But again, if you showed Kim Jong-Gilbert, North Korean owner, the front office and coaching staff, forget about it. They just need to be seen by a heavy collection of doctors. You're trapping. So Donovan Mitchell has to come up. Evan Mobley will come this way, about halfway between both Knicks, 2 passes away. You're trapping again. There's no point in trapping. Look at how open this is. We need an investigation. This Cavaliers team needs to get taken away from everybody that owns the team, works for the team, anything. NBA people paid a lot of money to watch this. Could James Harden stay with Mikal Bridges? What is James Harden? You're not trapping. What are you doing? What was that? And Kim Jong-un, we've been here before. Funny tweets. Rocket Mortgage. No idea how to guard away from the ball. Dan Gilbert's a fucking moron. He is the dumbest person on this planet. Just because you have money doesn't mean you're a dumbass. And you don't even want to look at this. That's criminal. This is North Korean stuff. This ball gets thrown down. So Jared Allen, good. We want to sprint halfway between the 3-point line and the ball. And we're always seeing ball and man constantly. Jared Allen's walking over in help and staring at the ball. So Anunoby's going to relocate to the corner and you don't even know about it. North Korea, put this team down. I hope you have watched up to this point, because this is exactly what a poorly coached, disorganized, no attention to detail team is. But you have a nobody cares. Like, I could show this to every single person, they think it's fine. Yeah, Cavs fan, we've been here before. No, yeah, you have Kim Jong-un, and you've never won. I can't believe I'm saying this, but James Harden does a great job. He's in the gaps. So this is James Harden's help. Jared Allen, stay home. James Harden's stunting and recovering. Why is Jared Allen... James Harden does a great job. Jared Allen, get out of here. Get this way. Why is... Now Jared Allen's helping for no reason. North Korea, they put them down. How many times? Again, James Harden can't guard Brunson, but you got vegetables. You have these fucking retarded people in the Cavs organization, and the worst thing is Kim Jong-un running it. Donovan Mitchell has left the corner to come up here. Could somebody tell James Harden so he just gets up and keeps Brunson going to help? Donovan, no one's talking. So James Harden's letting Brunson go away from his help. And nobody cares. And Kim Jong-un doesn't care. This is not NBA basketball, and yet we allow it. There's a lot more of us than these retards, including Dan Gilbert. You're Kim Jong-un. You don't care. The team will never win. You got dumb fucks that buy tickets. Donovan Mitchell, why are you fronting Jalen Brunson? Keep Jalen Brunson in front of you. You're about to switch this screen. Stop. Be on so that I'm ready to switch. You're hugging. You're not ready to guard. Well, North Korean owner, ass plants for coaches and front office.